What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Tom Trips Out, and in this episode we're talking about Siem Reap versus Phnom Penh. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
Well, hey everybody, come along with me. Take a trip to a place to fight without sea. Meet people, eat food, see the joy they bring, and how much it costs to try new things. Well, come and watch me on the trip out. My name's Tom, this is my trip out.
Alright, so I'm on a little short weekend trip in Siem Reap. I arrived here early in the morning, so now we're walking by the riverside area. I thought we could talk about some points about the differences between Siem Reap and Phnom Penh. Let's go. So, the really obvious thing, Siem Reap is a much smaller city. Phnom Penh is like the big capital city. Siem Reap is a smaller town, so there's way less chaotic traffic and the buildings aren't so tall, and there's way less noise and like air pollution from motorbikes. So that's a lot of people that don't like the vibe of the big city end up choosing Siem Reap because it's a bit quieter, you know, a more relaxed day-to-day kind of life. Let's talk about the main factors that, you know, people would consider when they're choosing which city they want to try to get a job and live in and all that. So one question I get a lot about Siem Reap is it possible to find teaching jobs in Siem Reap, or is it only Phnom Penh that has job opportunities? Well, the answer is yes. There's many schools in Siem Reap. There's many people that move here as teachers and get jobs. It's just because it's a smaller city, just naturally there's less schools. So it's just the pool of schools is just a lot smaller. Whereas in Phnom Penh, it's way bigger. So it's just the number of schools. And then naturally that just turns into, you know, there's more opportunity for job possibilities in Phnom Penh. But that does not mean there's no opportunities in Siem Reap. There's many schools here. Teachers, naturally, they're always turning over, moving on after a year or switching to other schools or saving money to travel, and then they're gone. So there's constantly openings, as well as schools opening new campuses or new schools being built. So definitely Siem Reap could be an option to live and teach and work here. Sometimes people also ask, but are the salaries the same in Siem Reap and Phnom Penh, or are all the high-paying jobs only in Phnom Penh? And the answer is, there is some truth to that. The schools out here, as far as I understand, you know, the tuition would be cheaper for the families, so then there's just a smaller budget to work with, and then the salaries may be like 100 or 150 less than they would be in Phnom Penh. But the cost of living here is also cheaper, so it's almost like proportionate, so it doesn't really matter. You'll make a slightly less salary in Siem Reap, but everything here is cheaper. And we'll get into that. We'll compare costs in Siem Reap to Phnom Penh. So one of the main basics that you'll save money on living in Siem Reap is your rent. I've never lived in Siem Reap, but I can see from other people's videos and all the postings and from what I hear, rent in Siem Reap is between like, you know, $150 and $250, and in Phnom Penh it'll be more like $250 to $400, like $250 to $350. So I'd say rent, just your rent alone, you would save $100 a month by living in Siem Reap, at least $100 a month, maybe more even. Stuff like street food and at restaurants as well, it's often much cheaper unless you're right here on the riverside in a tourist trap. Otherwise, everything here is like $1.50 cheaper too when you're getting meals or looking at street food. Or actually, one time For Real and Itchy Feet, two other YouTube channels, they did a collab video where they compared prices of basic things at the grocery store in Siem Reap and in Phnom Penh, and I think there was different differences for different items, but overall Siem Reap is a cheaper cost of living for sure. And that was my point, that The salaries may be slightly lower, but everything here costs lower too, so it doesn't really affect, it's proportionate. You can see too, if you've ever seen my live streams or my other videos, and the traffic chaos, and I'm always getting run over almost, and horns honking, and all those vehicles spewing fumes into the air. And look at it here. One motorbike. It's way more peaceful. You're not like on the edge of your seat anytime you try to take a walk. And look, there's a sidewalk. In Phnom Penh, you're walking on the road in the traffic. Here there's a sidewalk, some grass, another path, a beautiful river. Look at this, you can see the temple through the trees in the background there. Let's cross the bridge and go over there. I just love the aesthetic in Cambodia of the trees and overgrowing the buildings, and every once in a while big tall palm trees. I just never get over it. I love it so much. Just seeing that when you go out anywhere. Another difference with Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, which you might not know if you've never been to Cambodia, is Siem Reap is actually the more tourist place where more people would come. And that might be counterintuitive. You might think, you know, the big capital city, that's where everything's going on, but it's not. Siem Reap is the more touristy and backpackers coming through, and it's because there's the famous Angkor Wat here. And alternatively, you know, Phnom Penh, you'd go there thinking it's going to be great for tourists, and you'll end up noticing that it's really a place where people work and live, and there's traffic, and it's not really great for what I'm doing right now, walking around in a beautiful, peaceful park and sightseeing and having a relaxing day. That's not like Phnom Penh. People that live in Cambodia, there's different people. So there's a type of people that they're way more city people, and they like that hustle and bustle and doing that grind in the city and all that. And then there's another type that really reject that type of lifestyle, and they want to live more in a quieter, nicer place like I've been describing here. And those are the type that would move to Siem Reap. And those same type of mentality, they like to go to Kampot as well. And I'm one of those. I fell in love with Kampot. It's just Kampot really has me. It's like I like the mountains and waterfalls, and you're near the coast more. There's the old market behind me. One other difference I noticed about Siem Reap is the tuk-tuk drivers in Siem Reap have much better English, and it's because, as I explained, it's the more touristy city. So they have way more interaction with foreigners all the time coming in Siem Reap. So the tuk-tuk drivers sometimes are very fluent in English, to the point where they don't even have an accent sometimes. And in Phnom Penh, it's way more rare that they can speak much English beyond just hello or whatever. You'll notice a lot of the buildings are no taller than like 2-3 stories. So there's nothing towering over you. It's more like a small, cute little town. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. If I forgot anything, comment below and help everyone else out with more points about differences in Siem Reap and Phnom Penh, or if you think I'm wrong about something. And until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.
Life is tall.